See, this is the second time. Oh my God, I'm not taking crashing down, I need you. You make my heart go. I don't want no competition. Hey, I am testing. My video had just like went out for a couple of seconds. If you would please get note paper and a pen, because be prepared to take notes. Yeah, I guess I better post. I do not have rights to this music. Also, you will read my book. What's up, everybody? If you haven't had a chance, I'm going to put the link down for the book because I'm going to be using my book to teach this class. I can type it. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Yes, let's get it, Lachey. Let's get it. We about to get this money, y'all. I am not playing. We about to get this money. All right, I'm putting the link to the book below. You will need this book. I actually need to pull this book up for my records. Because funny thing is, the housekeeper threw away my book. It was my fault. I told her to throw away the paper, but I always have I have the PDF, so. Let's see. See if it's in quick access. We got a few minutes before I start. You gotta find my book. Here we go. Got it. Have the book. All right. Give me some thumbs up if y'all can hear me and see me okay. So let me know if y'all can hear me and see me. Give me some thumbs up or some hearts. All right, we got everything going. You know what? I'm gonna print out my book. Go tag a friend. Hi, LaShawn. Thank you. Everybody acting like they know me, dog. Don't just say it, now you gotta show me. See this? Let me show y'all how to do the. Let's see where the heart's at. Hopefully Facebook. I'm not gonna put this down here, and I don't have any wood to knock on. I have glass here. Like I said, we got like 4 more minutes, and I'm gonna get to it because I don't like to waste time. And I put this out to a lot of people, and you see how many people are on. One thing about most people, when there's something for free, they don't show up. So that tells you where you mind. So I would like to, first of all, thank you for showing up. I'm going to cut this off. It's getting annoying. You know what? Let's see. Oh, and y'all about to holler. I'm going to play the song. Look, my bitches all bad, my niggas all real. I ride his dick in some big old hills, big fat chicks, big large bills, burn out thick like Car wheels. Cold ass bitch, I get real chills. 10 nigga lips on my lips, so kills. I kiss him in the mouth, I feel all grills. Heat in the car, that's on grills. I just wanna flex, diamonds on my neck. I like more than jets, I like more than sex. But nothing in this world that I like more than checks. Whatever you wanna see, money. I don't need a thing, money. Money. Back to the coop. Back to the coop. I ain't shaking no ass though. Don't expect that from me. Whoever don't show up, they're gonna miss out. Okay, I'm gonna cut this off. All right, let me get what I need printed from this book. Because I don't need the whole thing printed, but I really want to commend you on showing up, because again, like I was saying while the music was playing, that most people do not show up for something for free. But I guarantee you, if they put their money down, they put skin in the game, they're going to show up. And also, if you on the replay, definitely put some comments below on the replay. This is going to be very interactive, because I'm going to be asking you some questions throughout this whole process. And because I want you to participate. I want to know where your money knowledge, how your programming is. I'm going to go into as far as programming about money when we were kids. I'm going to go for how your thought process is about money. So I'm going to be asking these questions throughout this to, gauge where you are when it comes to money. So I'm going to print off the section of the book. If you have not gotten the book, definitely click that link below and get the book, because I actually touch on this in my book a lot when it comes to using the law of attraction. And so it's going to be, I'm actually about to print out these chapters on how to, utilize the law of attraction, because basically the law of attraction is just like the law of gravity. It is, and a lot of people don't realize that. And it's crazy that people think, "It's not working for me. Oh, it don't work for me. Oh, what do I supposed to focus on? Oh, what do I supposed to do this, and what do I supposed to do that?" And guys, and the stuff that I see that's going on, I'm like, oh freaking God, oh come on. you know. So I'm going to touch on all of that. So it is now 2 o'clock, so let's get cracking. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and where are you coming from, you know, where are you tuning in from. So comment below where you're tuning in from, so I'll know where, you know, I'm curious to see where everybody is tuning in from. So definitely get pen and paper. I tell you, there's a lot of people missing out on the information I'm about to give you guys. And then I'm about to print. Let's see if that worked. See if my printer lighting up. Oh, it is. Perfect. Perfect. So I don't have to have all these screens popping up here. And so I can have my Dallas, Blythe, you from Dallas. The Shane, also you from Duluth. Is that Minnesota? Guys, I ain't been up on my geography. Okay, cool. Well, I am in Orange County, California. A lot of people think it's a part of Los Angeles. I think it's not, but yeah, maybe it is, because we do not have any major television stations. Our stations we pull from is LA. So, plus I don't watch the news. How many people watch the news? So, how many people watch the news? I don't watch the news. I'm going to tell you why. The news is very negative. It creates a negative environment. And have you noticed when you talk to people who have been on the news, that listen to the news, there's like, oh, somebody died today, or somebody did this today, or what is common here and what I keep hearing, and I don't watch news, somebody threw themselves in front of a train today. That is a common occurrence out here between LA, Orange County, and San Diego. Someone is always throwing themselves in front of a train. So I don't watch the news. My son came here one night, Mom, I'm gonna be late because somebody threw themselves in front of a train. I'm like, oh my God. So definitely do not watch the news. Also, you have to be aware of your environment. If you're in a toxic working environment, do what you can to remove yourself from that environment. There was a print. Oh, it's telling me. Okay. My printer told me my printer got problems, y'all. But anyway, do not you know, indulge in a negative environment. When you're manifesting money, money is a magnifier. So money is a magnifier. It's no good and bad of money. It's a magnifier. So when it comes to our social conditioning around money, what do they say about money? Type down below exactly what they say about money. They said money is the root of all evil. Money is not evil. And they said money don't grow on trees. Money do grow on trees. What is this? This is what? Paper? This is paper, right? What does paper come from? It comes from freaking trees. So yes, money does grow on trees. And you have to look at money in such a way that is, money is an energy. Everything is energy. My cell phone, which is connected up, I have it plugged in. Now unplug it. This is energy. Now, let me ask you this. Where did this cell phone come from? Anybody? Where does the cell phone come from? I'm getting to a point here. This cell phone, right, you know, the cell phone came from what? The cell phone came from a thought. Everything that's going on comes from a thought. My clothes came from, somebody thought of this. Somebody thought to make this. So when it comes to money and trying to obtain money, it takes a thought to derive the manifestation of money. And, you know, also, it also takes a mindset to manifest money. I'm going to be real frank with you, and I'm like this. My trainings is not for the light at heart. I'm going to keep that real. It's not for the light at heart. And when it comes to manifesting, you got to think about the money, right? You have to have that thought, right? Am I correct? Let me see. And see, Blad is saying at and T. What does that mean? What does that mean? So, like I was saying, that it comes from a thought. Manifesting money comes from a thought. So let's take the thought, for instance, for me. Last week I had to manifest $46,000 total for my son's tuition for college. College has been, I wouldn't say college has been a challenge for me, but I tell you, I have manifested that money quickly because I already know it's going to be paid for. It's annoying that it's going to be paid for. And on page, let's see, page of my book, page 21 of my book, I have down here is number 1, believe. So basically, I had a phone company of AT&T, bad joke. Well, basically, in my book on page 21, under how to use the law of attraction, that first step is to believe. One of the things you have to believe, you're going to get this money. And when it comes to belief as well, is the fact that your mind, your subconscious mind, you got 3 parts of the mind. I'm going to go into that too. But your subconscious mind is only going to allow you to believe what you want, what it believes you can. You know, you can only manifest what you believe you can manifest. If you don't believe it, if you're not convinced, your subconscious mind and your conscious mind is not in agreement with each other, you can't manifest it. So I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to be frank, because that's the only way I can be. You know, you have all these other groups, on these other manifestation groups on Facebook, and I'm not knocking all of them, but I know some ones in particular that are really, they got over 30,000 people in their group, and they're giving out wrong information. One thing with me, and I assure you that you will not get any incorrect information. If I am incorrect, I will definitely correct myself. Or if you find something that you need to bring to my attention, feel free to do so. But I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. Somebody told me that if they're not super specific about what they want to attract, the law of attraction is not going to bring them to them. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Excuse my French. Guys, I swear like a sailor, so, you know, excuse my French. That's me. That's my personality. If that bothers you, I'm sorry. I can't change it. I'm working on the swearing, but, you know, but this is how I am, I'm just very direct. And but she told me that, well, if I'm specific, I'm not going to manifest. I'm like, what? What do you mean? I basically, let's give an example of the tuition. Okay, school calls me up. They say, hey, you need to come up with $32,000 or he cannot get cleared to register for classes. And I'm like, oh snap, okay. I'm in the appeals process with direct loans through studentloan.org. And I said, okay, what do I need to do? I'm in appeals. How can I? And so basically I asked the question, how can I speed this up? How can I speed this up? So I sat here on my couch for a minute. I sat on my couch for a minute and I was like, okay, how can I speed this up? Okay, universe, tell me how I can speed this up. And I sat there for a minute and I'm like, cold. So I'm getting on the phone with them, and it took a couple of times because you have to also understand and write this down, and you can type this in the comments as well. Your common sense is not always somebody else's. Please type that in the comments. I'm going to also have you type stuff in the comments so you can affirm the learning, affirm what I'm teaching, and you can retain it in the brain. Now, I've been talking for a minute, so what I'm going to have you to do with me is to take a deep breath. I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath, let it out. That also helps you retain the knowledge and not go into overload. I know me, I have a tendency to go into overload. And so we're going to be doing that throughout the training today. So let's get back to belief. So basically, you have to have a firm belief that the law of attraction is working. It's working regardless whether you get what you want or not. Also, the law of attraction does not distinguish between what you want and what you do not want. It only distinguishes vibration. And when it comes to vibration, an example is a magnet. This is, I'm going to use this as an example. This is has a magnetic clasp. So it's magnetic, and your brain is a magnetic. So this is your brain. This is what you're trying to track. So if you're on the same equal frequency as this, you're going to be able to close this thing. Now, if I bring on something else, it doesn't quite connect, right? It doesn't go in there, but it attracts it, but it's not exactly what you want. So what I'm getting here is when you know in your mind exactly what you want, being specific what you want, you can attract it using your vibration or um, being a magnet to it. So, um, know the story. Like, I don't know if you guys have been on my YouTube channel, and you know, a little bit about me. This is how I started. Is I started on YouTube, and at the time I had a therapist and I had a mentor, but it was more of a business career mentor. She was mainly helping me succeed in my job and obtain a promotion. And I was going through some shit, and then I lost my job and I ended up homeless. And so what my therapist did was she had me to start recording myself because she wanted me to see the patterns of certain things that I do to pretty much self-sabotage. So I started recording these videos and I'm running out of space on my cell phone. And she was like, well, put them on YouTube. Use YouTube as a storage. Just upload them private. Well, one of my videos became public, and it's one of my first videos, guys. I watched that shit the other day. I was like, oh my God, I look a hot mess. I've came a long way for, 2.5 years. I'm like, wow, so 2.5, 3 years. I can't recall how long. I think, no, I've been on YouTube since 2013. So there's some videos y'all had to see. I'm not gonna let nobody see them either. So so basically I was homeless. I was homeless twice, guys. I've been homeless twice. And so my second time around, I really was recording the videos. So I started releasing videos and people saw me from place to place. I did not have a home. I was never without a roof over my head, but I didn't have a home. I didn't have my home, this one that I manifested. And so with that, people saw me make the transition from being in place to place to place to me moving in this place with no furniture. And then a month later, it's fully furnished. Of course, my walls are bare, guys. I'm a minimalist. I'm not, I'm not all for digging holes, especially after I move out. They're gonna charge me. I'm like, no. But I found the new invention where it's not new, but I call it a new invention. It's where you stick that thing on the wall and you hang a picture. Well, we do that. Plus, I have artwork I need to get framed. So I have some beautiful stuff that I need to get framed. So I haven't gotten that done yet because I've been so busy. So basically, and I manifested this apartment with no money. Okay. I didn't pay for the deposit. Didn't. Somebody else did. And it wasn't no man either. It was a non-profit. So, but I believed the fact that I was going to get this apartment. I didn't even know that the apartment I was going to get was this one, because I had looked at several apartments, but I knew what I wanted in an apartment, and I just knew. And I put it out in writing. I said it out loud. I mean, even when I manifested my car, I did the same thing. And people thought I was crazy because I was talking to myself. But I was saying what I wanted. I was on the parking lot saying what I wanted in the car. And I really wasn't specific, but I wanted a car that was dependable, that was nice, that was going to be big enough to carry a lot of things in, and still be comfortable to drive and take it on road trips if I decide to drive out of town. So, but I was specific and I believed I was going to get it. And again, I manifested my car without a down payment, and credit was bad. So getting back to, so that's what I mean, the concept of belief. You got to know, I'm sorry, hands down, you got to know you're going to get this regardless. How it's going to come to fruition, how it's going to show up, you have to totally believe that you're going to get it. So that is what I'm saying. Number two, again, with belief, it says asking you shall receive.
you basically tell the universe what you want. I want this, I want that, I want blah, 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 blah. A lot of people say you have to figure your language out. You know, want suggests lack, and it's true. And it's true. But at the same time, when you're asking, you have to put that emotion behind it. And when it comes to emotion, it's basically energy and motion. It's emotion. So you got to say, oh, I want this and want this. And you got to be excited about it. You got to have that feeling of it's already happening. And that's where a lot of people get confused, is the feeling of how it's already happening. And I have down in my notes, you know, when it comes to mindset, you can actually change your mindset. And, you know, we can change our mind because basically what I have written down here, it says the mind does not know the difference between true or false. It only knows fact. It only knows fact. Your brain only knows fact. Not true or false. They know what's fact. So if, for instance, if your brain knows this is real money, this is all your brain is going to decipher this as. It's going to process this as real money. If your brain believes this is fake money, your brain is going to process this as fake money. It's not going to say true or false. It's going to say what it is if it's a fact. It's not going to say fiction. It's going to say fact. So so basically you can pretty much, when it comes to neuroplasticity of the brain, you could change the neural pathways to go a whole different direction and believe that this is true. This is a fact. Am I explaining myself clear? Definitely give me some hearts below to let me know if I'm explaining this clearly. Okay, getting back to the book. So getting back to the section that I'm talking about, which is in the book, in section 2, it says ask and receive. And, you know, it basically says, and I hate to read this to you guys, it says, be clear in your demands. Be clear. Be clear in your demands. You know, this is what I said when I manifested the apartment. I said, it needs to have a big kitchen, it needs to have a big living room area, it needs to have a big bathroom and a big bedroom. That's what I said. I was very clear in what I was demanding in my apartment. I was like, I want a big area of living room where I could turn it to a loft area for my son. We're in a huge 1-bedroom apartment. And I said, I want a big kitchen where we're not on top of each other, that we can move back and forth without even bumping into each other. And guys, speaking of the freaking kitchen, I bet you anything, maintenance might show up because my freaking refrigerator's leaking. So anyway, we can walk back and forth and we can walk around this kitchen without it being us on top of each other. And the bathroom, I said same thing, where we can both get ready in the bathroom at the sink without us fighting over it. We still fight over the bathroom though. So that's where I'm saying being clear in your demands, you know. And according to W. Clement Stone, whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. So the mind says, hey, I believe this is going to happen. Guess what? It's going to attract it, because basically our mind is a magnet. That's what it is. So number 3, a lot of people really probably don't do this because they focus on negativity a lot. And it's being grateful for what you have. You gotta be grateful for what you have. And guys, I'm gonna tell you, when I was in my when I didn't have my apartment and I'm living from hotel and I'm changing locations every week, packing my car every week, and I believe me, it was very hard to be grateful. It was hard. It was really hard to be grateful. It was really hard. So, but I was, because that's a part of it. You have to be grateful for what you have. In order to, you have to be grateful for what you have so you can receive more. Because if you're in that vibration of being grateful, which is such a high vibration, you know, it's going to attract more to you. So, you know, I'm saying, oh my God, thank you for my beautiful home and the beautiful surroundings I have. Guys, I'm on leave for health reasons, and I'm saying, you know what? Thank you for my good health, and I'm saying thank you for my, time off, because I am not gonna lie, I'm enjoying this time off. Did one of my streaming incomes go away? Absolutely, but you know what? But that streaming income was a job that I didn't like, and I'm actually having this opportunity to do what I love full time. So am I grateful? Hell yeah, I'm fucking grateful. I'm fucking grateful. I am absolutely grateful for what I have. So, and that's the key, because that being grateful puts you in a higher spectrum. And I don't know if you guys have seen where they have this funnel where all the vibrations are, and it's a funnel and all the colors. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna find one. I'm gonna post here in the group so you can understand. And that's a high vibration. Just being grateful is a high vibration. And so when you're grateful for for what you have right now, despite how bad it is, that would actually flip the script and start attracting good things to you. Because you know what? Also, you don't manifest on a current thought. You manifest on a past thought. And also, you manifest from the subconscious, not the conscious mind. And a lot of people got that screwed up. Your conscious mind you do not manifest from that. You manifest from the super conscious mind. And a lot of people don't talk about that, do you? Do they? No, they don't. Everybody take a deep breath with me. Okay. I'm going to touch on superconscious mind for a minute. Superconscious mind is that absolute mind. If you have the conscious, superconscious, and the subconscious mind all lined up together, manifestations start to come instantly. Let me give you an example. I am in a workers' comp case, and I can't even talk about it. I had a slip and fall. I fell in my office building in May. And guys, I had been trying to manifest doctor's appointments, because I'm like, workers' comp system in California is very broken. I think California is broken when it comes to government to begin with. It's very flawed. Everything that I've come across when it comes to government is very flawed here. And I was trying to manifest these doctor's visits and everything, and it was not, it was not happening. Things were not happening. And then all of a sudden, when I kind of let go, and I'm like, okay, I need to manifest this doctor, this doctor, this doctor, and then I need to manifest this doctor to see. All of a sudden, the floodgates started to open. I mean, I'm getting appointments, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh, it was getting to the point where it was very overwhelming, and I couldn't even handle it. So that's where it comes to like really instant. Or really instant is when you want to manifest like a call of a text. And I think I did a video about that. And once you get done doing that, boom, somebody calls. That's how instant that can be. So, but I don't need you guys to manifest, focus on manifesting with the superconscious mind. That's really advanced. What you need to try to do is gain control of the subconscious mind. That's your goal right now. So touch it back to being grateful. Being grateful for what you have is a key to drawing what you need to draw to you. On page 23 of the book, prepare yourself. And what I mean by that, start preparing for the manifestation. Say, for instance, you know, in case of my son's college tuition. You know, I said, okay, I was done. I made the calls. And so I made the call to my son. And I'm like, prepare, get ready to get your letter. If you need to go to financial aid, go to financial aid, get ready. I said, let me make a call into financial aid myself. So I did that. Next thing you know, financial aid calls me back, said, you have 32,000, such and such, such and such. You have a balance of $1,000 left. What about living expense money? I said, I'm working on that. She said, well, you got to pay the 1,076. I said, no worries. I said, guess what? I just got a call. I got another $7,396 coming in from the state of California. So they're like, okay, well, we need the authorization on that. Great. So as I began to prepare for this, things started to, you know, to gravitate and come in. So you have to prepare. Another example is I knew I was going out on leave, and I began, and I wasn't manifesting the way I wanted to go out. So what I started doing, I started preparing. So, you know, I run my office, so I start stocking up. I start ordering supplies so they wouldn't run out. They're about to run out now, knowing the way they use paper. I mean, anything I order. I started downloading stuff that I need because I had no attorneys were going to ask for it. So I just started preparing, and next thing you know, I didn't know when I was going out. Soon as they wanted to change my work duties and they wanted to downgrade my position. Soon as and they was trying to get me to do the position, and things wasn't working out, and I already knew then I was about to go out. That following week, I was out. My doctor took me out. My doctor's like, no, you're not going back there. No, it took me out. So I was preparing to be out because I knew some way I was going to go and leave. I didn't know how. And that's another thing. A lot of people they try to figure out the how. The how is not your job. Stop worrying about how. You hold yourself up from your manifestation when you worry about how it's going to happen. Stop hijacking the universe. Stop trying to be in control of the universe and what they give you. Universe knows what's best for you. And usually, have you thought about it when something has came up or something has happened to you that's been great, the manifestation has been better than what it actually that you wanted? It's always been better. Always. So stop focusing on the how. How is not your job. And then it says, you want a thing? You want a thing, right? I did that on purpose in my book, and this is on page 23. You want a thing? Focus on it. If you want something, focus on it. You know? Focus on it. You want money, you need to find something to generate money. And this is when it comes to business. You find something. I'm sorry, guys. Money's not going to fall up out the fucking sky. It's not going to happen. You got to do some inspired action and focus on inspired action to make that money come. You have to work. A lot of people don't want to work these days. You have to work. You have to work. You know, with me, I focus on my business. My business is a source of a stream of income. I focus on it. If it's not doing these lives, it's doing calls with people, and it's working on my sales page. I'm always doing something that's going to generate income because of the simple fact that what you focus on must express. And I'm going to ask you to type this in. What you focus on must express. Must express itself. So definitely, what you focus on, you have to do something to focus. Number 6 on page 24 of my book is using visualization. And my trick for visualization is, you know, replaying a scene in my head multiple times a day. Not doing it once, not doing it when I first wake up, not doing it when I first go back. Repetition. And, you know, you have to repeat It has to repeat in your head over and over again. That's how you visualize. You visualize, you make a little clip. Make a little clip, not in the third person, in the first person, that you're actually in it, you're actually involved in the exercise. You gotta feel, we gotta know what it feels like, what it tastes like, what it smells like. You have to put yourself in the picture, not third person, not yourself watching yourself. You have to be in it when you visualize. And it could be, anything, what does it feel like? What does it smell like? You have to ask yourself these questions. I'm not going to touch into visualization because I can go into that. That's a whole different topic itself. But you have to visualize too. And then, I'm not going to go into that, but let me go into far as the mindset a little deeper. Again, you have to convince your subconscious mind that you can obtain this thing. And, also when it comes to mindset, you have to be open. You cannot manifest with a closed mind. Your mind has to be totally open to what you're trying to manifest. If your mind is not open, you need to work on opening that mind of yours to manifest that money. Say, for instance, you want $1 million. When right now your subconscious mind's like, yeah, good luck with that. That sounds like a you problem because I don't agree. That's basically what your subconscious is saying. That's a you problem. It's a you problem. It's a you problem. Until you can get that subconscious mind to agree, it's gonna be you problem. And then the subconscious is like, okay, yeah, you can manifest it. You know what? Yeah, you can manifest $1 million. Okay, let me go fetch that. And then it gives you that gentle nudge and say, hey, this is what you do to manifest it. You got to do this, this, and this. And sometimes that this, and that may not agree with your conscious, like, what? I got to go do what? But if that inspired action, that little voice tells you to do something, you need to follow it. So I touched on how money is a pure magnifier. When people are wealthy and they have a lot of money, the magnification is the cars, the houses, the boats, the trips, and all of that. And then when the money is lack, what it is, poverty, not having enough, not being enough. Now, let me ask you this. What can you manifest now? How much money can you manifest right now? How much money do you think you can manifest right now? I want you to write that on a piece of paper and be real with yourself. Be real. Even if it's $5. If you manifest $5, that is a manifestation. You have to be real with yourself. You have to be totally real and honest with yourself on what you can manifest. You have to. It's funny how, I would tell you guys, it's so funny. I can manifest for my son better than I can manifest for myself. So my workaround is manifesting for him, but it's for me. And I have a mentor to work on that with me. And when I did that trick, I tricked myself into, I'm like, this is for Zenith. I'm manifesting. This is for him. This is the money I'm manifesting. And it came through. So on top of the 32,000, I manifested another 7,800 for myself, which was really cool. So also, I want you to write down, what can I practice to manifest money? What kind of practice? And when it comes to manifestation, there's no wrong way or right way. It's your way in order for you to be able to tune your brain to manifest. And then you got to ask yourself, what is the physical action to manifest? Again, that's that inspired action. My physical action right now is I'm working on my business to manifest. I'm working on my business. That's how I make my money right now. I'm working on my business. I focus on my business. And I tell you guys, it's difficult for me because of my injuries, and I'm moving around because I have this low back issue, or I have a nerve. I have a disc lean on a nerve that's going all the way down my leg. So, you know, you got to figure out there's a physical action. It's not, and I'm gonna say this again, it's not gonna fall out of the sky. It's not. It's not. The money is not gonna fall out of the sky, guys. It's not. And also, I want to also touch on this. You know, you whether there's negativity, fear, doubt, you got to work through that to manifest. And you know, your mind is set up where we have the animal mind where it protects us. So if we jump off that cliff, it's like, no, don't jump off the cliff. But what if there's something wonderful over that cliff? You got a parachute. Jump over the cliff and jump into something wonderful. So you have to also challenge your mind and push the limit to what it can believe. And that really is up to you to do that. And, you know, so let's pretty much recap what I was pretty much talking about. You know, first of all, you got to have that belief. You got to know you are able to manifest. You know, you got to focus. You got to focus. You got to show gratitude. You got to take inspired action. Those are the main keys. And I think I left something else off. Sorry. But I'll leave. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got to be grateful. 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 Being grateful. It's a key. Is a key. And being grateful, let's touch on that again. Being grateful. If you show gratitude in the morning when you wake up, and then here's an exercise for you. At the end of your day, write down the 3 things that you're grateful for. I guarantee you will have a whole lot. And you do that for a week. Guarantee you have a whole lot that you're grateful for. And that's a good reminder too, because you know what? We often do not show any gratitude for what we have. And I'm going to touch on this lightly. This is towards on page 25 of my book. What can you gain from the law of attraction? You gain a lot of things. From law of attraction, you can turn your life around. One thing you can gain is love. And a lot of people ask me, how do I attract love? Do you work with people that attract love? Of course I do. Am I ready to attract love? I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be real. No, I'm not. That's the reason why I have a mentor to work on that for me and with me. So you can definitely attract love. You can attract wealth, mental peace, self-esteem, some confidence, your dreams, your goals. There is a lot that you can attract, you know, and a lot of people want to, you know, attract the material. Guys, I done got in my old age that, you know, I don't want just material. I want peace of mind. You know, maybe confident, but I want more. I used to be bold. I mean, bold. I mean, my girlfriends, I would walk up to a man, says, you know, my girl like you, so what's your name? What's your deal? So I can go give her the story back. You know, I can deliver your story. I used to have that boldness where it didn't matter to me how I approached somebody. I could take them, you know, startle them. I could just, you know, just take them on and say, hey, tell me your story. You know, I want the great friends. You know, I moved to California. Guys, I'm going to be honest. I have not found any friends upon my level, on my intellectual level, that I can have an intellectual conversation with. You know, so those are things that I'm working on manifesting that are not material. Um, you know, but I really want to say this. This is coming to a close, and again, thank you for definitely showing up, and you know, showing up on the replay. One thing in this lifetime that you should get yourself, first of all, number one, you should invest in yourself. You should have a mentor. Investing in yourself will save you a lot of time and a lot of headache. A lot of people spend hours and hours on end searching for free information on Facebook, YouTube, social media, Google. And what happens is there's a lot of information that comes in, but how do you decipher which is actual, or is it just some fluff and puff? It's some bullshit. And I'm going to tell you this. You save yourself a lot of time by hiring a mentor that has results. I have a team of 3 mentors. 3. I have a Facebook strategist. I have a mindset mentor that assists with business, and I have a business mentor. And I'm not going to be cheap about it, because you know what? I hired this mentor. I'm going to tell you a story. I hired this mentor. I spent $20,000 with her on Facebook. She's from Australia, and she fucked me over. The stuff I bought from her was trash. It really was. She did not teach me how to apply it to my business. But you know what? That's my fault too, because she worked on my emotions. She got me. So if you're going to work with a mentor, you interview that mentor to death. I may not be the best mentor for you, but get a mentor and don't be cheap. Just like with my son, his education, my son is getting a bachelor's degree in applied technical design and fashion design. That degree will get him out of school. Once he gets out of school, he start earning 6 figures. I've been investing in him. Yeah, I took out, manifested the loans. I got denied for loan, and that appeal turned around and that loan fell through. But we're investing in his education because he can go out and make 6 figures off the bat. So if you guys truly want to manifest money, and you feel that I'm your mentor to assist you with that, book a breakthrough call with me. And I'm going to put the link below. And you could apply with me. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to select everybody. I'm very particular with who I work with, because I'm doing one-on-ones right now. And a lot of coaches do a lot of group, and they charge a lot of money for group. I'm not saying I'm cheap. I'm not that damn expensive either. I'm kind of expensive too. But if you truly want to change and manifest money, I'm going to be real with you. where you are right now in your mindset probably can manifest money or can't manifest money. It's totally on you. I don't know. I don't live in your body. I'm not in your brain. But if you feel the need that you need some help manifesting money, I'm here to help you. So definitely apply to get a breakthrough call. In my breakthrough calls, I help determine what your goals are, what you want to do, and also a plan on how to do it. And my plans are customized. I don't give a single plan, the same plan to everyone, because everyone is different. So let me type in here. And I know if it was, some more people in here, I would have given away for 20-minute strategy sessions, but it's only 3 of you guys in here. And again, I appreciate you guys being on here. And, I hope the information I gave you was valuable. And you know what? Again, get a mentor. You cannot do this alone. Sometimes they say it takes a village to raise a child. Sometimes it takes a village to get your mindset on track so you can be successful and live the life the minorities live. Right now, you're part of the majority. If you're working a job, if you got a business and you're not making any money, that's not a business. And you're not earning the money that you're worth. So definitely apply for a breakthrough call. And you know what? I'm going to leave it right there. So I will definitely see you soon. I'll probably make a post when I do a live on Wednesday. I'll come up with something and post it here in the group or do a live here. I'm trying to flip-flop with places of where I'm doing my lives. But, again, I hope you guys got something from this, and I hope, you manifest lots of money. But if you need my help, you know where to find me. And I want to end it right here, and I'll see you soon.